What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about this young lady, 22 years old. She was an exotic dancer, and according to her trick or client, whatever you want to call this guy, by the name of Stan, she was a high-end call girl as well. This guy spent a lot of money on this young lady, and I don't know if he thought he was going to have a relationship with her. He talked about on Instagram. This guy literally posted on Instagram. Let me show you the post. He posted this on, this is a 50-something-year-old man. He posted this on Instagram speaking about her as if he had a problem with her occupation. But you're a 50-something-year-old man who is basically a trick. You're a sugar daddy. You're a client to a young lady who is a dancer. And he became very possessive and obsessed with her because he spent all this money on her. He showed the receipts, and I'm going to get to it. This guy literally showed thousands of dollars being withdrawn out his account. He's spending $1,000 here, $5,000 there. And this guy was just spending all this money on this female, thinking that you were going to have a relationship with her. Bro, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. These guys with the simping and the tricking that these guys do, they think they're owed something. You're not owed anything, sir. You were dumb enough to spend money on a girl that had no romantic interest in you at all. And then he's following her. He's talking about how she's a high-end call girl. If she probably does do that. Scrippers don't make money like that. There are ones that do, but for the most part, a lot of them don't. So they do end up getting into the call girl game. That's why you've seen a lot of those scrippers migrate to OnlyFans. But he was a part of that. So him shaming her, bro, you were spending a lot of money on her. But let's get into this. All right, we got two different articles here, but this one is a little bit more detailed. This is from the Daily Beast. Shout out to one of my subscribers, one of my fans, for sending me this. It says a man charged with taking the life of an exotic dancer in Fort Worth, Texas, was a customer at a club where she worked and had stalked and threatened her after claiming to have paid her thousands of dollars. Authorities said Stanley, who's 54, is accused of taking the life of Abigail Saldana, an exotic dancer at Rick's Cabaret, last week while she was behind the wheel of her car not far from the club. I don't know where she was going that night, Saldana's mother, Jessica Contreras, told Star Telegram last week. We got a text about 6:30 p.m. that night, and the incident happened about 2 hours later. So she was going somewhere. Maybe to her other job, as this guy described it. At roughly 9 p.m. on October 26th, a witness reported watching a car careen off an exit ramp onto a grassy area near Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Police said the caller described seeing bullet holes in the car's passenger side and a person inside who wasn't moving. Responding officers and emergency personnel pronounced Abigail deceased. 3 shell casings and broken glass were found not far from Abigail's car. According to an arrest warrant affidavit obtained by local outlets, Stan had posted on Instagram about making Zelle payments to Saldana at times for $800, $200, and $1,000. 3 hours before Saldana's untimely demise, Stan posted that he paid her $3,000. Stan threatened in the post to report her for alleged prostitution, detective said. So he was trying to blackmail her too, man. Bro, you are a grown man, probably maybe somebody's grandfather. You're lonely. You're out here spending all your retirement money because he is a veteran. He's an Army veteran. You're just tricking off all your retirement money on this female. And for what? Did you think that she would want to be in a relationship with you? No, we know there are women that like older men. They want to get taken care of, but I don't think she saw it like that. Okay. To get possessive over her, to be controlling over her just because you're giving her money, bro, that's not going to work. She's going to rebel. She's going to think that you're trying to control her, and she's going to do the opposite. She's going to go in the opposite direction. In one Instagram post, on Stan's page, he claimed that he envisioned a future with Abigail, but insisted that she'd been lying to him and that he was the victim. Oh, he the victim. I never thought I'd be one of those guys taken advantage of, sharing for awareness. Abigail and I, since July of 2021, have been enjoying each other's company, Stan wrote, according to the warrant. She's so beautiful and personable that I envisioned a future with her, but dealing with all the lies is overwhelming. I realize that's part of her primary job as an adult entertainer. Stan continued, if you only leave your second job being being part of a high-end prostitution ring, we could move forward. Yes, this pays $2,000 per session. So he knows all the numbers. Did she tell him this? He knows all the numbers. This pays $2,000 per session, but it's illegal. And having a boyfriend while sleeping with other men. Now, that was the part I didn't really get. Is he talking about himself being her boyfriend, or does she have another boyfriend, which she probably does? Most of these scrippers have a live-in boyfriend, and they're helping to take care of him too. So she could have a live-in boyfriend. I don't know if he's calling himself her boyfriend, but be that as it may, he's trying to blackmail her. He's putting this on Instagram. This post is still up on Instagram, by the way. This is from Stan's Instagram, and he's basically willing to have her caught up in legal issues due to him being possessive over her just because he was giving her money. Though that money he was giving her had strings attached. A lot of times, man, these guys, they get with these women, they get around these young girls, man, and they lose their minds, man. They lose their minds, man. And they don't really know how to deal with that. They don't know how to deal with the rejection. I think he felt rejected because she didn't really want him like that. But he has to understand he was a client. It was a business arrangement. Nothing more, nothing. It was a business arrangement, bro. That's what it was. And this is why a lot of times we get a bad rap as men, because you do got men that are obsessed with women. This guy's obsessed with a woman that, from my understanding, he wasn't really with her like that outside of the club. And you have to understand too, bro, she ain't just for you. You know, she's for a lot of these guys that she dances for or, works for, right? And this guy is posting stuff like this. I mean, look at this. This is from his Instagram. Look at this. Look at this guy. So you're putting up this post of her. You're showing her off like she's your girl. But you were her client. You were a trick. You were a sugar daddy. You were taking care of her. So for him to do this lets me know that he felt like he wasn't in control anymore. He felt like he had to do something to gain control back of the situation. Bruh, she was never going to be yours. Never. And you need to understand that for the most part, women like this only see you as somebody to get a bag from. If you go to this guy's page, look at this. These are posts that she liked, right? Or she put up. She might have reposted this. And he put them up on his page. Look at this. This guy was in love with this woman. and I want y'all to understand, man, we get a bad rap. We got a lot of these guys, man. This is supposed to be an older guy. This is supposed to be a guy that's mature. All you hear is about how is older men are mature and they'll take care of women. But look at what these older simps do. They don't know how to contain themselves. They really don't. Look at this breakdown. This guy has a breakdown of all his payments to her. $800, $200, $1,000, $500. Oh, there's more. $500, $500, $5,300, $2,000 here, and another $2,400 and another $2,600. This guy was spending all types of money on this female, man. And he really thought, what did you think, bro? What did you think was gonna happen? You're an older man who is lonely. You ain't got no life. You ain't got nothing going on. And what did you think, that this female was just gonna let you wife her up? That wasn't gonna happen, bro. Let's see. I already read through this. So Donna, meanwhile, appeared to share a very different picture of the events, posting a video on her Instagram on October 14th about tracking device that she found underneath her car. So he was tracking her too. A cabaret manager showed her, that's Abigail, a post to investigators telling them that before her demise, the exotic dancer had expressed concern about a patron named Stan, who they described as a military veteran. The manager indicated that Abigail was frightened of Stan because he was stalking and harassing her. This is why she probably should have stopped taking his money. Now, I don't know when she stopped taking his money, but when she thought that this guy was a wee bit dangerous, stop taking his money, stop dealing with him. Maybe she did that and that's what drove him over the edge. Well, there's no really evidence here of it. Authorities said that footage obtained from a traffic camera near Sadana's apartment showed Stan's red pickup tailing her car. Investigators said that the license plate records and additional surveillance footage from that intersection showed Stan's car passing the same spot near Abigail's home at least 5 other times before she was shot, which were indications of stalking. According to police documents, Stan was arrested after initially agreeing to meet with detectives and then failing to show up. Police obtained a warrant to enter his home the night after Saldana's demise. After he refused to leave the residence, a SWAT team found him on the balcony of his apartment with wounds on his face and neck that appeared to be self-inflicted. After being treated at a local hospital, Stan was charged in connection with Abigail's death on Thursday and is being held at the Tarrant County jail with the bond set at $250. He took her away from me, and I'm going to make sure every time he has a court date, he will see my face there, Contreras told WFAA, adding that her daughter was a hardworking and courageous mom. He's going to see that Abby was never alone. So she was a single mother as well. That makes it even worse, man. Now a young one doesn't have her mother anymore. Man, it's just sad, man. It really is. That this young woman lost her life, man, due to an obsessed man. But again, when you work in these occupations, you know, you have to be very careful. And this ain't victim blaming. This is me being real. When you out here being a scripper, you have to be careful. And a lot of times there's going to be times where money is going to have to be rejected. If a guy is offering you tons of money, you're going to have to decline it. You can't just accept every dime that is given to you. Again, this is not me victim blaming. This is reality. And the reality is that money came with strings attached. That money came with strings attached. So y'all let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll put a link to the articles in the description box so you could go and check the story out for yourself.